weird. What does that mean? Oh, that was just local. All right. Let's see. Okay. Bling! Handle Rubber Games just went live on Twitch. So I guess we're live.
Hang on, there's a bee I need to deal with.
Okay, go deal with your bee. A skip ad button? Say it ain't so. That's a thing that Twitch has never done, is a skip ad button.
They don't allow bees in here.
I don't know, if you catch that one, you might be able to start your own honey factory.
Bees?
That's a thing, right? Bees? Beads?
Jeremy's not on board.
That's another thing I gotta rewatch soon.
I keep meaning to rewatch it, but it's like, it's hard for me to rewatch stuff when there's so many other things I haven't seen.
Yeah, so that's a good point, because there are a lot of things I should be watching, like Jessica Jones and Daredevil.
Oh man, well, you should watch those things.
I know.
Absolutely.
Instead,
as soon as possible. You should just stop the stream and watch them right now.
Instead of that, I am rewatching both Farscape and Stargate right now.
That's like a investment of years.
Well, Stargate less so because, well, okay, let me rephrase.
Stargate has like 500 episodes.
Yes, Farscape I've been rewatching slowly because I'm keeping up with this podcast I'm listening to. Stargate, on the other hand, is my current background show. So like I'll blow through like 4 episodes of that in an evening while I'm like, working on video game stuff or prepping marketing posts or whatever it is. Like, so I'm not really like watching. It's just like my background noise instead of music. It's good though. I'm glad that I'm rewatching it. Like, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago that I tweeted, "Oh man, I forgot how good Stargate was right from the get-go. Some sci-fi series take a while to get going, but Stargate is good." That was like 3 weeks ago. I am now in season 7. So that should give you an idea of how much attention I'm paying to my current Stargate SG-1 rewatch. But they're getting ready to discover the lost city of Atlantis.
I see that people in the chat are unconcerned about keeping secrets.
Aw, guys, come on. We shared it with you to be special, and you're just spreading it around.
So there's a secret backer update for Kickstarter backers. So if you're a Kickstarter backer, you should go read that. If you're not a Kickstarter backer, you'll just have to wait. And definitely backers will not be telling you in the chat. That wouldn't happen. They wouldn't do that.
No, of course not. That whatever information is in that backer update will be out publicly by the end of the week. But it hasn't come out yet. However, we can tell you something else that we're going to actually be posting publicly tomorrow, but we just haven't gotten around to it yet. And you guys are the exact right people to hear about it because you're our live stream watchers. And if you want more live streaming to watch, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing the next Retro Listening Party! Woo! Check your emails first thing in the morning tomorrow because we're going to be posting it, the actual time and all the rest of it. But just know that we are getting ready to make good on our Squish goal. Somebody had asked us actually, like, I think 2 weeks ago. They were like, "Hey, what's up with the retro listening parties?" And we were like, "Oh yeah, we should probably do that." So the next retro listening party will be Infernal Relics, but there's actually going to be some added bonus content in the retro. It's actually going to be a retro futurist listening party. Tune in to our Twitters and our Facebooks and our Kickstarter backers tomorrow for all the information about that. 1 p.m. Friday. So that should be a lot of fun. What else? Any other housekeeping stuff? Oh, I did want to say a quick thanks to everybody. I did watch the stream a little bit delayed last week, and I wanted to thank everybody for all the well-wishing. As John mentioned, my dad passed away a week and a half ago. It was not entirely unexpected, but obviously these things are never, they never pass.
Doesn't make it easy.
Doesn't make it easy, no. And I really do appreciate everybody in the chat and everybody online who were wishing me and my family well. It was much appreciated in this tough time. And I'm still dealing with it, but I'm back. One of the things that, he actually believed in what we were trying to do with Handelabra before anybody else did. And so part of what I think is important to, sort of honor his memory is to just keep doing what I'm doing. He loved what we were doing. He was very excited about it. He always wanted updates on how Sentinels was doing and all the rest of it. That's probably about enough said about that. So thanks again, everybody, for that. I am now back in the saddle. It's my first full day back today, and it was a doozy. Tuesdays are my crazy long day because I have to get up extra early to take my daughter to skating, and then I work extra late. So it's like my 16-hour day that I work. But it's a good way to get myself, sort of zapped back to reality. And so cool. I guess that means it's Tuesday, and it's 7-ish. So
Did you like my intro last week?
You did. You did a very good job with the intro last week. So it must be time to welcome you all to Sentinels Live. Thanks, as always, for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play... What, John? What are we playing?
Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Sentinels of the Multiverse. The goal of these streams is to have fun, while also showing you how to play the game, as well as covering some strategies that can help you win. At Handelabra, we believe in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments, activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. As we are the developers, you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe even see some stuff before anyone else. Maybe some dark stuff before anyone else if you watch the stream. The game includes a tutorial that covers the basics, but we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing, when we do it, and why. Like, for instance, I will always say, I'm going to deal as much damage as possible right now. And the reason is because I like to deal all the damage. That's an example of us explaining what we're doing and why. Strategically. Depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we often play more than one full game in an episode. In fact, I think I did not watch the entire stream last week, but I understand you played 3 full games last week?
We did play 3 games because we played Choke Point and won in like 20 minutes. And then we played a second game that was relatively quick. And so we're like, let's play a third game.
All right, right on.
And I was like, it was my first week back in North America. But it was not super late for me. So
gotcha. So yeah, based on that, as we were saying, depending on how long it takes to win or lose, we sometimes play more than one, and episodes are usually an hour to 2 hours, or 60 to 120 minutes or so. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog cardboard and ink. And you can get more info about the game at sentinelsdigital.com. All right, folks. So
Blue Dolphin says they'll be providing damage stats each round to see who's dealing the most damage.
Oh, nice. Jeremy teaches the Handelabra School of Maximum Damage Dealing, and all his students receive top marks. Very good. 3,600 to 7,200 seconds is how long the stream usually lasts. All right, so let's just dive right in. We already covered the some of the bookkeeping stuff, but yes, if you're a backer, you know what's happening with that. If not, stay tuned. You'll know by the end of the week, because I think we'll be announcing it for the entire world on the stream on Friday, which is at 1 p.m. for the next retro listening party for Infernal Relics.
I'm actually on the other side of Jeremy and the world now. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, it's the first time John has actually been in the past. He's usually like several hours into the future.
Well, not the first time. First time in a long time.
First time in a very long time. Yes, way, way, way back in the annals of Handelabra history, when John and Jeremy first started working together. John was living in Edmonton, Alberta. Fun fact, we were business partners for almost 6 months before we were ever in the same room together, or even the same country. Wrap your head around that. And that was when he was living in Edmonton.
That's right. We met up at WWDC.
Yes. Oh, speaking of WWDC, tomorrow's the big Apple announcement day, iPhone 7 day. Woohoo! The no more headphone jack on your iPhone day, which I think is dumb, but that's okay.
I think it's fine. Like, anytime I read a story about that, I just pick up my iPhone and look at the bottom, and I see, yeah, I understand why.
It's not that I don't understand why.
The thing making it fat, that's the thing that makes it fat. And that's very important to Apple.
I don't need my iPhone to be any thinner than it currently is.
Apple probably wants it to be like 1 micron.
Yes, I can see that.
But people like saying, oh my God, it's all about DRM and this and that. It's like, I don't think it is at all. Like, they just want the phone to be thinner.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Because that's all they care about. All right, so as I implied earlier, tonight is going to be a dark night. Uh-oh. I don't have it unlocked on this computer yet, but that's okay, because you do. Maybe I will actually, yeah, I'm going to back out and unlock it so that I can at least show it to people. Where is it? There it is. Bloop. All right. So I'm going to come back into the online multiplayer, join you back up in the Freedom 5 game. There it is. All right. So I believe last week you guys got to see Setback, right?
That's right.
Yes. So tonight we are going to pseudo-complete the Dark Watch team. We're going to complete the Dark Watch team as to where it was when this character came out. But obviously the Dark Watch team has since expanded thanks to the Oblivion Kickstarter. But the Dark Watch team now has got a new member, Setback, a change from better to worse. He has a power, Mitigate. Remove 1 token from your unlucky pool, reduce the next damage dealt to a hero target by 2. And if you flip him over, his in-cap abilities, 1 player may draw a card now, 1 hero may use a power now, or reveal the top card of a deck, discard it, or put it on the bottom of that deck. Interesting. That's cool.
You look at the foil alternates for Dark Watch Setback.
I have not.
It's really interesting. So in the original printing, it shows him cradling Expatriette, but in the foil version, it shows him seemingly possessed by Zhulong. He's got like red eyes and like a dragon ghost coming out of him. And there's other Dark Watch in-caps also show that. I think her in-cap shows that as the other view.
All right, I'm looking at it now. Oh, interesting. And it's all shiny.
They are shiny.
So shiny. Very cool. Yeah, the foil cards are making their way out internationally now. I know that our Canadian brethren are starting to receive them. Jean-Marc got his today.
Yeah. And Jean-Marc has mine.
Yes. Cool. All right. So tonight we're going to be playing the Dark Watch team consisting of Setback, Nightmist, Expatriette, and Mr. Fixer. The question is, who shall this Dark Watch team take on?
I'm going to press random and see what we get.
Kismet in the Final
Perfect.
Wasteland.
Nemesis.
Oh, yeah, that's Setback's Nemesis?
Yep.
Nice.
I think that's just an unlucky or lucky roll of the dice.
It is definitely a change from better to worse.
And I like the Final Wasteland, so I'm happy with that.
All right. Let's ready it up.
Let me make sure my settings are right. They are.
Why am I not hearing any music in the Final Wasteland?
Have you maybe turned your music off?
Oh, no, there it is. It's just very quiet. No, because I was hearing the regular music. It's just I forget the Final Wasteland starts like super, super quiet. Just because you think you've beaten me before doesn't mean the cards will fall your way this time. We've got your number, Lady Unluck. Lady Unlucky? Doesn't matter. We're going to win. Don't try anything. All right, so let's just do a quick refresher on Kismet. At the start of the game, Kismet enters play Charmed Scoundrel side up, the Talisman is put into play, Enchanted Heirloom side up, and the villain deck is shuffled. At the start of the villain turn, if the Talisman is in front of a hero, Kismet flips. If Kismet did not flip this turn, she deals each hero target 1 psychic damage. Whenever a hero target deals another hero target 4 or more damage, 1 Jinx card is destroyed. You know, I don't know that I ever realized that was a thing.
What?
That's going to be really important when playing with Setback, because he can deal himself damage or take damage from other heroes or redirect damage and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah, it doesn't usually come up by accident, but it does. You can intentionally destroy jinxes that way.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. All right. At the end of the villain turn, the top card of the villain deck is revealed. If it is a lucky card, it is put into play. If not, it is shuffled into the villain deck. And when she flips, at the start of the villain turn, if the talisman is in the villain play area, Kismet flips. If Kismet did not flip this turn, she deals the talisman 2 irreducible psychic damage. At the end of the villain turn, Kismet regains 1 HP for each lucky card in play. Then, Kismet deals the hero target with the highest HP X psychic damage, where X equals 9 minus the HP of the talisman. All right.
People in the chat are talking about the sketches that Adam put into the packages. I don't believe they're inside the shrink wrap or anything. So if you open up your UPS or FedEx box, you should see the sketch just sort of dropped in on top.
Yeah, I don't know that it would be practical for them to get them inside the shrink wrap because that means they would have had been done at the factory.
Well, they could have
re-shrink wrapped it, I guess.
Put it in and then just done a one-off shrink wrap, but I'm sure there are people who have not opened the shrink wrap and will never open their box because it's super collectors.
All right, so let's see what all the heroes start off with. Setback starts with Cash Out, and I'll pop these open and read them because I know Setback is still pretty new. One shot, remove any number of tokens from your unlucky pool, draw that many cards. Each player may discard 1 card. If 3 cards are discarded this way, each hero target regains 2 HP. Fumbling Fool, one shot, discard the top card of each deck. You may add or remove 4 tokens from your unlucky pool. Karmic Retribution, if you have fewer than 7 tokens in your unlucky pool, remove 1 of them. If you do, Setback regains 2 HP. If you have 7 or more tokens in your unlucky pool, remove 7 of them, and Setback deals 1 target 7 melee damage. So this is a fun one to build up to. Surprising Fortune, ongoing. Remove 2 tokens from your unlucky pool. If you do, Setback regains 2 HP, and 1 player may draw 2 cards. And that's it. That's all 4 of his cards. There you go. We've got Expatriette. Starts with Arsenal Access, Flak Jacket, Reload, and Shock Rounds. Nightmist begins with 2 Heedless Lashes. Heedless Lashes.
I think it's Heedless Lashes.
Heedless Lashes.
Lashes the noun.
Yes. An Oblivion. Not Oblivion. Oblivion. And a Scouring Mist. And Mr. Fixer has got a Grease Monkey Fist, Hoist Chain, Meditation, and Toolbox. And actually, I'm just going to do this real quick because if everyone's not familiar necessarily with the Dark Watch powers, Mr. Fixer has Bitter Strike. His usual power is Strike, which is deal 1 target, I believe 1 melee damage. And Bitter Strike is deal 1 target 3 melee damage, but you have to destroy a hero, ongoing, or equipment card. Nightmist has her Attunement, which is reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back on top of your deck in any order. So it's a good sort of stacker deck manipulation power. Dark Watch Expatriate has Aim, increase damage dealt by Expatriate by 1 until the end of your next turn, which is interesting too because this is not like a Legacy Galvanized power where it's until the end of, until the beginning of the next hero turn. It actually goes through the end of her next turn. So it's a good way if you know you're about to play, like a what's it called, her shotgun or something like that, you know that you can get a boost and it's not going to expire before you get a chance to use that power, which is good. And of course, we talked about Setback, Mitigate, remove 1 token from your unlucky pool, reduce the next damage dealt to a hero target by 2.
So if we're going to be competing on damage dealt, I think you have the advantage early game, but I might have a late game advantage. We'll see.
We will see.
All right, play it Marvel Legendary style, where whoever deals the most damage is the true winner.
It's half cooperative. All right, so Kismet, out comes the Talisman. Now she's going to deal some damage.
And maybe Kismet, she could deal the most damage, really.
Oh, yeah, Side Scene points out Aim plus Unload is a sweet combo. Absolutely.
All right, so does this count you dealing me damage?
Hey, man, damage dealt is damage dealt.
I feel like it has to be damage dealt to Kismet. Like, who's responsible for the most damage to the villain?
All right. Can the Final Wasteland eat the Talisman?
No, because the Talisman... Actually, I think it can... It doesn't get destroyed. It flips instead. But I think...
I believe the language is when this card would be destroyed. Oh, no, actually, let's see. This card is indestructible.
No, it's indestructible. That's why it can't be taken by the Final Wasteland.
Right.
Because it's indestructible.
Yeah, because Final Wasteland, I believe the language on that says when a card is destroyed, it is instead removed from the game, or something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Kismet can never be destroyed, or the talisman can never be destroyed.
All right.
Who has cards in hand? Whenever that hero deals damage, their player must discard one card. No one wants to volunteer.
Yeah, I'm thinking. What did I have?
Well, do we have ongoing destruction? We could just get rid of it. Doesn't look like it, probably.
Yeah, none of these are good choices.
I mean, Setback could have it. He's not going to deal damage at least this round.
Okay, fair enough.
So, Blue Dolphin is to keep tracking damage dealt total to villain targets in general and to Kismet. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the end. All right, so I think right now Fumbling Fool is what I want to do. Actually, I've played this team a bunch for testing, and Dark Watch Nightmist really doesn't like Setback because she like sets up her deck and then Setback like discards the top card. So you have to take into account if Setback's going to be playing Fumbling Fool, but I'm going to play it right away.
So what you're saying is that she sets everything up and then he issues her a setback.
Yes.
He sets her back. Oh, look at that. I haven't seen the new token counter yet.
Yeah, it looks sort of like the physical games tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to be able to bring in to the video game finally. I guess I'll use Mitigate to remove one token from my unlucky pool, and then the next damage dealt to a hero target is reduced by 2, and that's whatever next hero target happens to take damage, which is probably going to end up being Nightmist, because I'll probably play Heedless Lash.
All right, so real quick, Uncharmed Life came out. When a hero target would be dealt damage, you may remove 2 tokens from your unlucky pool to redirect that damage to Setback. Power, Setback regains 3 HP, and destroy this card.
That is super handy against Heroic Infinitor.
Aha, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I'm just going to Arsenal access, because I can't think of anything else to do that would be super useful. Ah, Assault Rifle. That's what I will take. And I will put that in play. And I will shoot it at Kismet, and then shall I hit the talisman?
Yeah, I would hit it.
Sure. And I draw another shot.
Usually I kind of don't worry about dealing damage like on purpose to the talisman, but like if I have extra damage, then sure.
Sure.
All right, Heedless Lash reveals a 3 and Setback. So that's a way that Setback helps out Dark Watch Nightmist, so that's good. And we'll hit Kismet. That's 3 damage to Kismet, 1 damage to herself, if anyone is keeping track, and I know they are. I'm not helping, Jeremy. We're competing. Why do you think I'm helping it? That's not what's happening. This is a competitive game, don't you know? What do I want? Yeah, Heedless Slash will make me want to rear my deck. Excellent.
Oh, Lewd Dolphin. You're a cunning knave. Okay.
I didn't tell you how you could do more damage than by firing that assault rifle.
That's true. I could have dealt more damage. All right, let's see here. Who has ongoing?
Strategy talk. I would have used aim, and then next turn use the assault rifle and shock rounds to do +1s all over the place.
Ah, yes. So what's the hoist chain? Reduce all damage.
Hoist chain's like a stun bolt.
Like a what?
Like a stun bolt.
A stun bolt, right? Yeah. I think I'm just gonna toolbox.
All right, so as part of our little game, you don't get to just destroy all my stuff to make sure you win.
Well, yeah, and I wasn't gonna do that. Like, I know you have a Tome of Elder Magic, and I could kill my assault rifle, but I think I'm just gonna toolbox now and then kill that to deal some damage because I get another meditation. Well, that's all right. And a jack handle. That jack handle could be useful, especially in the Final Wasteland with all the environment targets that potentially could come out.
Yeah, and Kismet has stuff that makes you deal yourself damage with jack handle that ends up going to non-hero targets. Night of the Frozen Land suggests that we do a stream of us both starting a solo game and streaming it to see who wins first.
Ooh, I like that idea, actually.
We'd have to do it like a weekly one-shot or something. But
yeah, like set it up so we have both the exact same starting condition.
We could do that, though, because the beta is on like its own server. So.
Yeah, we totally could. Well played, Night of the Frozen Lance. We will credit you if that's what we do in a future stream. Every time I see New Jersey Devil, I think of Coheed and Cambria.
I think of hockey.
Which, if anybody knows Coheed and Cambria, they'll probably understand why. And my guess is that this is actually an overt Coheed and Cambria reference because I know Christopher.
Yeah. Are there other Coheed references in that?
That is actually a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. But they have a song called Devil in Jersey City, which is, I'm guessing what this comes from.
And the next song is Mongolian Deathworm.
Exactly right.
Deathworm in Mongolia. All right, did she play something interesting? She played a Glass Jaw on Expatriette, increased damage dealt to that target by 1. So now she's at +2 because she has 2 jinxes out. So it's probably a good time to knock out the talisman, which I'm sure we will do with your assault rifle anyways. Okay, setback. What we doing? I need some way to add tokens to my unlucky pool. I don't have that.
Yeah, you have a lot of remove.
Yeah, I'm going to play Surprising Fortune. I'm going to use that power to gain hit points, and I think probably let Nightmist draw more cards. Actually, no, I have a card on top I want, so I'm just going to have Setback draw cards.
Yeah, I was going to say, this can mitigate the whole, when he does damage, he has to discard a card thing.
Yeah, he can just do other things. So, Setback has a lot of different abilities. He's kind of like, trying to think of what other, like Captain Cosmic or other heroes that can or Mr. Fixer even, that can do a bunch of different things.
So,
Tempest.
Genagro asks, the New Jersey Devil is a myth like the Loch Ness Monster, right? Well, that's what all of these fun Final Wasteland creatures are. Pretty much.
I like the flavor text on the card.
On New Jersey Devil?
Yeah.
So why do you call them New Jersey Devils? Asked the Ancient Warrior. Because they breathe fire now, Haka responded. That's certainly new.
It's Unity asking, actually.
Aha. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, why not? All right, so we'll hit Kismet. And then choose for me. Actually, that's dumb. Sorry. Wait, I want to go back.
Did you do a dumb?
Well, not a super dumb, but I still want to do it differently. So let's go to use a power.
What's the difference?
I want to hit the talisman first so that it's dead, and then I can hit it again. So it flips, and then I can hit it again.
You don't want to hit it again. It being lower hit points on the other side is bad.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah,
That'll
so that
make her do more damage. She does more damage the lower its hit points are on the flip. On the other side.
Okay. Yes, I think there was a part of me that knew that, but I think I'd forgotten. Because I think that one of my first things that I clued in on Kismet was like, when the talisman is in front of her, you want to kill it. When it's in front of a hero, you don't want to kill it.
Well, it's kind of like a tempo thing, like because her flip conditions basically say that if she flips, she flips, but if she doesn't flip, she deals more damage. And so you kind of want to let it be where it is for one round, and then let her flip, and then make it move so that you avoid that extra pain. Not always, but that is often sort of the rhythm that can be helpful. All right, so I have an amulet on top, so I'm going to play Heedless Lash and get it. And do I want to organize my deck? What does... Oh yeah, Fumbling Fool. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just find a spell.
Yeah, so they're talking about the concept of a cryptid. There's a thing that happens a lot in science fiction, but is actually also a somewhat real thing, which is cryptozoology, which is the idea of like trying to catalog these sort of not necessarily mythical, but undocumentable creatures in some way, and that's what the sort of concept of the cryptid is. Okay.
If you want to keep your jack handle out, I'm sure we could destroy something else.
Yeah, what do we got? We got Surprising Fortune.
You could
Assault
probably
Rifle.
destroy Surprising Fortune or the Tome of Elder Magic. I would be okay with that.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
So I will jack handle. And I will hit Kismet.
I feel like if we were tracking damage, we'd also have to count like redirecting damage in a productive way.
Yes. Oh yeah, cryptobiology. Yes, that's another thing. So Tome of Surprising Fortune. Okay.
Yeah.
And out comes the pipe wrench.
With the amulet, I kind of want to keep the tome and use that so I get an extra card draw.
Horrid Skunk Ape comes out. And she flips. Violent Trickster.
We haven't found a way to get rid of those ongoings yet.
Each player discards one card. Kismet deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 melee damage.
All right. I think I'm probably not going to need Uncharmed Life.
Maybe a semi-charmed life. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna use reload. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, discard a card. Who needs hit points?
Ugh, Lou Dolphin, how can you step out for a bit right now when we need you the most?
Oh, 6 damage. I volunteer Mr. Fixer.
Yeah, Mr. Fixer is the best choice here. Because we have Nemesis damage on Setback and then Glassjaw on Expatriette.
More unlucky tokens.
Yay!
They're looking up. Good way to get tokens.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to shock rounds again.
Yeah, we better not get the talisman because it's hurting a lot.
And another Arsenal Access comes out.
All right, I think you heed the slash. See what happens. Excellent, planar banishment, and there's no downside to destroying those right now. So, except for hitting myself, but it's the first damage because setback helped out. Oh, excellent! This is great.
Nice. Redirect that over to Kismet.
Destroy all these bad things. And get another card.
So Knight of the Frozen Land says, I wonder if Jeremy's a comic book character, if he would be a stereotypical strongman. When I play RPGs, I rarely play as the, like, as a tank. I usually play as a mage. Like, if I have a choice of, you know, whatever it's going to be, it's usually mage, damage dealer, high agility. So, like, I don't typically do the whole tank thing, but I do deal a lot of damage. I'm typically a DPS character, for sure, but not a tank. So not like a typical strongman type, but definitely a damage dealer.
I think my favorite RPG character in a video game anyways is in Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I had a Khajiit. Is it Khajiit there? The cat guys?
Yeah, Khajiit, yeah.
I had a cat guy. And he was like a rogue, basically, which is like the best class for them. But if you played Oblivion, you know that like as you get like to the best, the high levels, and you level up your skills in the best way, it's ridiculous. So like I ended up being able to like make a potion that would kill anything in one shot. And so I was able to like, you know, do the whole game with this character, you know, but then and all the stuff that was appropriate for this character, you know, sneaking, Thieves Guild, main quest and all that stuff. But then I was like, oh, what else is there to do? And there's lots to do. And so I went to like do the Fighters Guild and like just crouched in the corner of the arena, and I was so stealthy that they couldn't see me, and I would just shoot poison arrows at them.
Nice.
And I was the best fighter in the world. And I became the best spellcaster in the world because I could just kill the things that were attacking me in the Mage Guild quest with, you know, my poison arrows and so on. But you can also basically become like an everyman in that game. There's really no limit, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, so since, like, I think, actually, I was talking about this with John before we started. I just bit the bullet and went ahead and bought the season pass for Fallout 4 because I had been away from Fallout 4 for a long time. I finished the main quest and I was, like, done with it. And then I finally just said, screw it, I'm just going to buy the season pass and play all the extra stuff. And I'm playing it through as my super uber character that I created, which, you know, obviously Fallout doesn't really have magic. But my character in that is basically a super high intelligence, super high agility damage dealer, shocker, but with a lot of strength, actually, because I needed the strength to wear the power armor and be able to carry all the extra stuff that I was going to be carrying around. So
yeah, Fallout, at least the Fallout 3 and New Vegas have the, like, sniping is just ridiculously powerful.
Yeah,
problem.
Totally. Yeah, my current power armor has a thing that, like, auto shows you every possible hostile target around you, so it really becomes kind of unfair. But it's okay. It's still fun. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to Arsenal Access and see what I get. Flak Jacket, Assault, another Assault Rifle. I guess I'll just Flak Jacket. And Assault Rifle. Yeah, Oblivion. I can't say it any other way. Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and I played the ever-loving hell out of that game. I think my main save had over 300 hours on it. And I was telling John before this, I got so sick of it. I actually bought the Shivering Isles, and I couldn't play it. I was so sick of that game, so I spent like $30 on an expansion I never even played. But oh yeah, so it's not Zombie saying like I just bought the thing and I'm playing Nuka World right now. I just ran the gauntlet in Nuka World and I did the thing and whatever. But I'm not sick of Fallout 4 yet, because I think when I finished it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take some time off, and I purposely didn't let myself get sick of it, so that's good.
I kind of don't mind Nightmist having shaky arm.
Reduce damage dealt by the hero by 1.
Like Nightmist not being able to deal damage is kind of okay. But I think I'll get rid of it anyways. There's that rat beast, but whatever. Just gonna play the Tome of Elder Magic Nightmist today.
All right, let's see what we got here. What is Pipe Wrench? Increase damage dealt and reduce damage dealt to him.
What happened to your jack handle? Something blow it up?
I played the other thing so that I could kill it to deal my thing without hurting anybody else.
I don't know what you did.
I played the Hoist Chain so that I could deal Bitter Strike and kill the Hoist Chain without taking anybody else's stuff.
Okay.
I think is what happened. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I made Jack Handle again. What else do we have? We got Tome of Elder Magic, Amulet, Assault Rifle, Flak Jacket, and Looking Up.
Or you could just like play a style that you don't care about, or get one.
Yeah.
Tiger Claw or something.
Yeah.
Knight of the Frozen Lance asks, Jeremy, are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
I played those in a thing called an arcade, which was a building that you would go to play video games, and occasionally
usually a whole building.
There would be bowling nearby.
Yeah, or part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, arcades, NES. There weren't. NES was really kind of the golden age of beat 'em ups. NES and there wasn't really in the Atari age.
Yeah.
That kind of game. I think there are examples, of course, but they're not. Like there were games like Street Fighter, but like before Street Fighter 2, like that really defined the genre.
Yeah, so like I cut my teeth in the arcade, again, the building, the arcade, or the room adjacent to a bowling alley, the arcade, on games like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Punch Out, but like the one where you were like a transparent green guy, not Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And of course, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Not Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. That was the one that I played in an arcade with quarters.
As you do.
As you do. Yeah, X-Men, that was another good one.
Oh yeah, the old X-Men beat 'em ups. Those were, and that was when the arcades had graphics that you couldn't get at home.
Exactly.
And games that were way better than you could get at home. And there was that sort of golden age of the arcade, and that just sort of went away because the games just got that much like.
So here's something.
At home, so.
Here's something for the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3s. Run, block, run, block. Or maybe it was block, run, block, run. That was...
You better get that right if you're going to, like...
Yeah, that was Sub-Zero's fatality.
Reference it. I never knew any of the fatalities. I would just, like... I would, like, try to do something, and then it's, like, light punch. And they fall over.
Yeah.
Like,
I was totally, like, the fucking... Excuse me. I was the king of the arcade. The arcade. Yeah, pardon me. Beep! I was the king of the arcade for knowing Sub-Zero's fatality. Everyone's like, "Oh, cool, dude!"
Out. So actually, I was going to tweet about it, and then I forgot. I was at the liquor store, and they had Mortal Kombat beer. Did you know that's a thing?
I did not know that was a thing.
There's like Raiden, Ale, and Sub-Zero stout or whatever. Like there's like at least 3 different kinds. So it seemed overpriced potentially, but I mean, I want to try the Game of Thrones beer. So
nice.
If you're interested, you should check it out. I'm sure it's easy for you to find in the U.S.
Yeah, arcades are totally trying to become a thing again. I don't know if anybody notices. They're not really arcades anymore. Now they're bars that happen to have, like, old school video games.
Right.
But they're trying to come back.
Do we care about Lady Luck, or should we just, like, damage Kismet?
Yeah, I don't know. Given our current HP, I feel like
I think we just damage Kismet.
Yeah, we're kind of running the table on her right now, I think.
All right. Then I'm going to deal 8 damage, if you keep track.
Knight of the Frozen Lance is like the best idea ever.
4 damage. 12 damage on my turn.
Which is for Jean-Marc to pop up and go, Hosty! At random times during Sentinels of the Multiverse. That would be awesome. All right, play a card.
AFK.
Why am I randomly getting to play a card, or am I just on...
You're AFK, that's why.
I'm AFK, that's why. Okay, so... I don't know. Yeah, why not? We'll throw some ammo in there. Are we trying to get the talisman out of play?
We'll probably hit it anyways, so I would hit the environment guys.
Alright.
It's not, actually, I wouldn't worry about it because there's no jinxes on anyone, so it's not doing anything.
Thank you, Knight of the Frozen Lance. I pride myself on being able to ape good sound effects very well. And
if you played the Sentinels tutorial, you might find a reference to that. There. All right, it's Oblivion time. 3-1 Oblivion, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Can you do 12 damage on your turn, Jeremy, like I did? I don't think Nightmist is going to get another turn, so I'll just draw another card for redirecting. Six.
Yeah, because I could overdrive and kill some of your stuff.
Yeah, I think that's fine. You could destroy the assault rifle because you have another one.
Yeah.
And you could destroy the Tome of Elder Magic. That's okay with. I'm having to like migrate around through the room because our apartment faces the west. The sunbeams are coming in.
Oh, that's right. You're in the future. It's already like sundown here.
Well, I'm also way further north than you.
Ah, yes.
Sunset here in the summer is like 11 p.m. or sometimes kind of not at all in Edmonton.
Yeah.
There's like this kind of glow. I think technically there's sundown, but it's like 11 p.m.
So it's not quite Arctic Circle, like land of the midnight sun, but just about.
No. And it's really like, it's only like halfway up Alberta, but that just makes you realize how big Canada is.
Yeah, I actually watched a YouTube video just recently that was, showing actual countries in relation to one another, because we're so not used to seeing that because we use like the weird projections of the map that stretch everything out.
You just got to use a globe.
Yep.
I was talking to someone who was convinced that globes had projection error, and I'm like, you realize, no, that is not possible.
Like, if you're looking at a globe, like on Google Earth, projected on a 2D screen, then yes, I could see how you could make that. But if you're actually got a physical globe in front of you...
Yeah, I mean, the globes are typically an actual sphere, and the Earth is not, but it's very small difference on that scale. Yeah, Edmonton is pretty far north. It is in Aurora Borealis territory. Like, not like all the time, but during the winter you can see them probably
Yeah,
like
so
a
when
couple times.
I went on a hiking trip on Isle Royale, which is the big island that's the Eye of the Wolf in Lake Superior when I went to overnight camp. And we laid out on a rock beach one night and watched the Aurora Borealis, and it was probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just, I don't think there's anything in normal human experience that prepares you for seeing curtains of like green and yellow, and mine didn't have a lot of red. It was mostly green and yellow, just sort of like waving through the entire sky. And we saw it on a night that was so, I mean, there was not a cloud in the sky. It was unbelievable. I highly recommend it.
I don't really want to play any of these cards, but I guess I could play Cash Out. Yeah, sure.
It is crazy how big Canada is. Canada is enormous. And interestingly enough, like Russia, like most people assume based on like flat map representations that Russia is like so huge, but it's actually not as big as you'd think it would be.
Still bigger than Canada.
It's still bigger than Canada, but it's not like if you look at Russia on a flat map compared to like the United States, you're like, Russia is easily as big as the United States and Canada put together, but it's not.
Right. Yeah, it's only a little bit bigger than Canada.
Exactly.
I think Mr. Fixer can afford to discard a card. And I think Setback can. And either Expatriette or Nightmist. Expatriette, extra flak jacket.
Sure.
And then we can get hit points, which we won't need. But hey, we've got them.
And then you have it.
And then you have it. 2-4 damage.
So I see people talking about their first PC games. I'm very excited that my kids are now going through their first video game phase. And like my daughter, we got her a DS. It was actually a 2DS it'll be 2 years ago this Christmas. And she's been playing like Mario games, but now she's actually playing Ocarina of Time, which was a game that Jean-Marc got for me in Canada because I could not find a copy in the United States. And I'm very excited to let her play a game that has long been considered to be my absolute favorite game of all time. And she found her way through the Deku Tree, and she was like, oh, it's like this thing, and then you got to go through this other thing, and then you got to jump down and break the web. And I was all excited for her to make those discoveries for herself.
Profarmatage is talking about an awesome baseball game on Nintendo called Base Wars.
Oh, I have not heard of that one.
There's a mix of robots and humans, mostly robots, I think. And they had weapons and they blow each other up, and it's pretty great. So if you like that, there's a card game called Baseball something. I have to grab my iPhone, and there's a card game that's in digital form as well. Let me grab my phone. 1 second.
John's going to go find his phone. And while we do that, I'm going to talk about the fact that my kids have watched me playing Pokemon Go, and so they now want real Pokemon games. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this whole X and Y and what's the difference between the two thing.
Of course, I remembered while I was going to get it. Baseball Highlights 2045.
Harbinger,
cool.
Harbinger 000. Knew what
it's
you're
a
talking
cool little drafting card game, and there's a digital version as well. So yes, Oblivion time. And
done and done.
No need to damage our friends. Ta-da! there you go, Dark Watch. Dark Watch success.
Dark Watch success. All right, it's only 7:53, so that means we're playing another game. So I'm going to let you expound on Baseball Highlights 2045 while I race to the bathroom real quick.
Fair enough. Yeah. Check out Baseball Highlights 2045. It's pretty cool. I have never played it on the tabletop, actually, just on digital. People are talking about Pokemon. I actually never really played Pokemon when I was a kid, but I've been playing Pokemon Go, which is fun. And I played a bunch. I started watching the cartoon and really enjoyed that, and so started playing some of the Game Boy game. But I did get a bit bored of it. I actually tried to play Pokemon Red or Blue a few times, but I've never finished it. I'm ashamed. And I did have Pokemon Diamond for DS, and that was cool. Also never finished it. I don't know if I just don't have the patience for the duration and the grind of Pokemon. It's very grindy, as I'm sure everyone knows. But I like JRPGs, and I like some level of grinding. Like, I'm fine with Final Fantasy, and I've played Final Fantasy 1 through multiple times, but I've never actually completed a Pokemon game. But yeah, worth playing. See what's happening in the chat here. Any questions for me while Jeremy is catching Pokemon in the bathroom, I'm sure? I've never played Pokemon cards. Yeah, I think I was too old for that. I have not caught all of the Pokemon.
All right, I'm back.
All right, we're talking about Pokemon and other games, basically.
What's the situation with the X and Y? Why they're two different games?
Well, there's always been two different games.
I know, like there's Red and Blue, and X and Y, and White and Black, and
It's so that it encourages trading between the games because each game has an incomplete set.
Okay, so if I were to get my son a DS for Christmas this year, and I get my son X and my daughter Y, that's a good situation? Then they'll do all kinds of fun stuff together? All right.
Yeah, because there'll be Pokemon that are available in one that aren't in the other, and vice versa.
Aha!
And so at the complete set, you have to trade with someone else. Like it's a genius way to like make the game popular, right? Because you just couldn't do it on your own. You had to have your friends.
Aha!
So, and that was like early days of multiplayer type stuff, right? Like there was a cable that connected your Game Boys, and then you could battle, right, and all that stuff, right? So there's like a whole thing around that. But
so Cruz says I would wait for Sun and Moon. When is that coming? Is that like is that this year's?
Apparently it's coming soon. Yeah.
Okay. Because they've been watching me play Pokemon Go, and they're all excited now. Pokemon XY is on Netflix, so they've been watching those, and like they know all the names. They're like, "Oh my god, this one can evolve, but this one can mega evolve," and all this other kind of craziness. And
the original Pokemon series is on there too. It's called Indigo League.
Okay.
It's actually all like, and there's actually a Pokemon TV app on Apple TV that you can watch free Pokemon shows. So.
Oh, I did not know about that.
You should install that. It's what they basically do is they have like a week or two worth of each series at once, and they sort of rotate it.
Aha.
So you can like watch everything, but like you can't just sit and watch everything. You eventually run out until they refresh it once a week or whatever. So yeah, check that out, and that can give them a taste of the different series as well, because like there's all these different generations of Pokemon, right?
So I can't be sure, but it seems like Sun and Moon might be coming out in November.
Check in Monday.
Yeah, right. I was poking fun of the fact that like 17 different people just said that, just told us when it's coming out. Yes, for a blast from the past, back in the olden days of Handelabra, we had an app called Game Minder, which was all about tracking the release date of big video games. And that
Knight
went
of the-
bust.
Knight of the Frozen Lance asks, what's your favorite sword in video games? Mine is Mazamune. What's yours?
It was probably just randomly. The first one that popped into my mind when he said that, I'll just free associate, is the one from Soul Calibur that had the eye in it. That was bigger than the person who was wielding it. I believe it was Nightmare who wielded that sword. Obviously the real answer of like one, if I actually thought about it, would of course be the Master Sword.
Oh, right. Yeah, I never actually really got into Zelda games. I played them later, but I wasn't too into it. But I was into Final Fantasy, and when you get Mazamune, it's like, holy crap, I have the best thing.
Okay, good. So it was Soul Edge. They're all responding now. Yes, so that was the one. And was I right that it was Nightmare who wielded that sword with the crazy eye in it that was like 3 times taller than he was? I love that. Soul Calibur, I think it was Soul Calibur 2 was the one that I played the most. I was really into fighting games for a while. Not in the way that like Jesse, who used to work for us, was like an actual ranked player in Smash Brothers or whatever. But like, yes, Nightmare wielded it. But like I played Soul Calibur, I played Tekken, I played Mortal Kombat, I played Street Fighter. Like I was all about fighting games for like a hot minute. So... all right, look at this. Thank you, randomizer. So we've got Skinwalker Gloomweaver at the Enclave of the Endlings. And it looks like we've got Legacy, Price of Freedom, a.k.a. Freedom 5 Wraith, Ra, and Redeemer Fanatic. This could be an interesting one.
Oh, was there a thing where people wanted us to play the weekly one-shot? I can't remember if that was a thing.
That has definitely been a thing. I don't remember anyone mentioning it tonight, but I've only been keeping like half an eye on the chat, so...
Oh, and there's also a thing now on Reddit where people are playing the same matchups that we are playing.
Oh, cool.
On Sentinels Live, and so they make a thread like afterwards, and then everyone tries the same matchup.
Nice.
So
very cool.
Obviously with preview content that's harder, but they'll be able to play this one that we're playing right now.
Voldo was the guy who did like the weird, like, tumbling into the arena thing.
He was like always lying down.
Yeah, he was weird. Yeah, I think it was Soul Calibur 2. I don't remember if that was on my regular Xbox or my Xbox 360. I feel like it might have been regular Xbox, actually. I still have that game. I'm going to go home tonight.
I played it on GameCube.
Nice.
Soul Calibur 2.
And it looks like we're playing Advanced.
Yes.
This is the first matchup I've played where the music feels like it does not match the villain at all.
At all?
At all. Hello again, tiny mortals. I have returned, and I am ready to feast.
Now you have to say, hello again, tiny mortal.
I have returned, and I am ready to feast. We fight this day for liberty and justice. All right, Legacy starts with a Danger Sense, Heroic Interception, Next Evolution, and Surge of Strength. Wraith starts with Grappling Hook, Infrared Eyepiece, Mega Computer, Micro-Targeting. Ra has Blazing Tornado, Excavation, Imbued Fire, and Inferno. And Fanatic, Redeemer Fanatic, that's what I meant to say. Aegis of Resurrection, 2 Divine Focuses, 2 Divine Foci, and Prayer of Desperation.
Oh yeah, so if you didn't play Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube, you missed out on having Link as a special character.
That is exactly right. Instead, we had... oh, who was it?
Master Chief.
Yes, that's right. I think it was Master Chief.
If on Xbox, that would make sense. So on Advanced, Skinwalker Gloomweaver, you want to go through his card, but mainly increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1 is...
Right, so let's go through the whole thing. So enters play Skinwalker side up, Pouch of Bones to put into play. First time a non-villain target is destroyed, each turn the top card of the villain deck is played. When Gloomweaver would be destroyed, his villain character card flips to the Rotting God side instead. At the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals the non-villain target with the second lowest HP 3 melee damage, and increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1. And then when he flips, this is a very, very interesting villain. When he flips, he's got the 100 HP. At the start of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals each target 4 infernal damage. Every single target in the game, in play. Whenever a cultist is destroyed, play the top card of the villain deck is played. Whenever a target is destroyed, Gloomweaver regains 2 HP. At the end of the villain turn, Gloomweaver deals each non-hero target 2 infernal damage. And the advanced rules on this side is at the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck is played.
You've been corrected. We've been corrected that it was Spawn was a special character on Xbox.
Oh, was it? Maybe it was it Soul Calibur 3 that it was Master Chief?
I don't know. I just said a popular Xbox character.
Yeah.
So I don't actually know. Maybe the chat will know. Was Master Chief ever in a fighting game?
Master Chief was definitely in a fighting game. Like, absolutely for sure.
Halo. All right, let's play this game that we're playing.
I'm ready for you to do that.
Vast following, nothing happens. Profane zealot, things happen. That's not a bad start, except now Gloomweaver has damage reduction 2. And that sucks.
Was Master Chief... Well, yeah, what was Master Chief in? He was... I definitely saw him. Oh, maybe it was Dead or Alive. Yeah, maybe that's...
A Spartan?
Yeah.
Master Chief?
Yeah, it was a female Spartan. It wasn't Master Chief.
Like one of the ones from Reach?
Maybe. Yeah, forehead Yoda and Darth Vader. I remember that too. Alright, I think... See, in this case, even though micro-targeting isn't going to do anything for me right now, that's what I would get out. But would you in for an eyepiece?
I would absolutely play in for an eyepiece.
Yeah, let's do that.
A, it's going to let us look at the villain deck, and B, get to draw a card. So yeah, that... Ooh.
Yeah.
I would put Vast Following on top, even though, like...
It plays more stuff.
It plays another card. You know, it won't play the Grimoire of Curses.
I must have had the Dead or Alive then. Because I definitely played... Maybe I rented it, actually. Back when that was a thing. Renting video games. Is that still a thing? I feel like that might still be a thing somewhere, but...
Are we okay with Imbued Fire?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Ugh, I'm thinking back now through...
We don't
like,
have a damage-dealing opening. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm rethinking back through like all of the various fighting games that I've played. And not remembering which characters fought against which. Killer Instinct is actually one of the few that I did not really play. And I own it now because it was like a Games with Gold somewhat recently. So I downloaded it and installed it, but never played it.
I have so many games with gold that I haven't played because
Yes.
I like went away. And I haven't been playing Xbox for like over a year now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I
Like,
actually
I buy them
canceled
all.
the gold subscription, but it like went till June. Like, I don't know. I could just have games with gold, not to like advertise for Microsoft, but I could just have games with gold and then never buy another game, which is not what they want. But there's like enough games that I can just not buy any more games and just play those if I wanted.
Yeah, like I have like Circle of Light is one, and I got the Killer Instinct games, and I think I have like the one of the most recent Tomb Raider games I got for free. And
Man,
I logged in and got them all. I just haven't played any of them.
Oh, Lou Dolphin is back tracking damage.
All right.
This is good because I have Ra. Fast Following revealed Fast Following. Who wants
Sable Pin. You know what? Fanatic can take this.
Yeah, Fanatic likes that sort of thing.
Yep.
And actually, it's just going to go to Immutus anyways, so don't destroy a card.
Thank you, Bill Associaire. I will go ahead and mention that as well. Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing the next retro listening party. We're going to be working our way backwards in time. So we did the mini packs. Next is we're going to do Infernal Relics. After Infernal Relics, we're going to do Rook City. And after Rook City, we're going to do the core game. So the next retro listening party is Infernal Relics. It will be this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And there will be more information about that tomorrow.
I feel like we can get set up a little bit now while Immutus is out.
Sure.
And what ideally I would love to have the final blow to Immutus be dealt by Heroic Interception. So I'm going to play Inspiring Presence.
All right.
So we can get Immutus down to like 10 or so. That might be good. But I wouldn't even bother hitting him. I would just play like equipments and stuff and get set up.
So what are you saying? Another Vast Following?
Zombie Servant.
Yeah.
I guess unless we want to if we know Vast Following's on the bottom of the deck, then there you go, right? So I'd put Zombie on top. Because there's only 3 of those Vast Followings.
And just to follow up, if anybody is like, oh man, you're going to do a listening party during the day, we do post them all to our YouTube channel after we are done with them. So if you've got to work or do some kind of something, don't worry. You will get to watch the listening party within a day or two. Well, it's going to be on Friday, so it'll probably be the following Monday.
Sacrosanct Martyr would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
It just ends up doing Immutus a bunch of damage, but then you've got it in play too, so.
That's a lot of damage.
Have you looked at Extreme Prime Warden Fanatic?
I have. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Basically, choose a target. All damage dealt by Fanatic is redirected to that target. So that would allow you to you play a Holy Nova that hits every non-hero target. Each of those damages gets redirected to a single target.
Nice.
Blue Go is going to protect Profane Zealot. Annoyingly. Slamera is going to play cards for us. Kind of getting a crazy tableau here. Look at all these ongoings and equipments you've got it.
Nice.
Extreme Pride Wardens are bananas. Oh, so those zombies are at -2, and blue goes next to the guy that is protecting them.
And there goes Immutus.
Yeah, so no protection from my Heroic Interception, sadly. Oh man, Chosen Disciple. Alright, so stupid Blue Go is blocking that guy. But the Wraith could destroy Blue Go for us.
Yes, I have a grappling hook.
And then you could one-shot that Profane Zealot with a Razor Ordnance. So I'm in favor of this idea. But Flying Smash will bust through that damage reduction, so I can at least hit the pouch a little. And I think I'll probably hit that Chosen Disciple because she's pretty rough. And Gloomweaver. Yeah. We have a lot of buffs happening already. This is awesome.
All right, so I'm going to grapple Blue Go.
Sorry, Blue Go. You're in the way.
Does it matter?
Gloomweaver is going to play the top card of the deck. So it doesn't super matter, I don't think.
Okay. Indigo Pin.
Legacy can have that.
All right, and then we were going to one-shot the Profane Zealot?
Yeah, I'm okay with I think that's good. And then Ra can, like, wipe the field, basically. The villain field, anyway. Because I have an Inferno, which I will... Oh, actually, Scorched Earth is even better.
Yeah, we've got... How much is out right now? 4 environment targets.
Yeah, like, let's rewind.
Yeah, let's back it up.
I didn't realize I had Scorched Earth. It's awesome. So, yeah, order will matter, so I will hit the...
Jean-Marc is now playing You Need a Budget 4. Thank you,
What?
Steam, for letting me know that.
Is that a game?
It's an app, I guess, on Steam.
Steam has an app for budgeting?
I guess.
Interesting. Strange. Mysterious. Of course, Lamera is going to be wiped out by the Scorched Earth. Ah, Cursed Acolyte. Well, goodbye, Cursed Acolyte. The Earth is still burning.
We hardly knew ya.
And then I'm going to blast that Pouch of Bones, I think. It's almost dead. Get rid of that damage reduction on Gloomweaver. And the healing effect.
Ooh, and then you draw Flame Spike. I'll take that.
Divine Focus would be pretty brutal right now.
Yeah.
But you don't have many cards. But
yeah, that's the thing. I don't have a lot to discard. Well, that's fine. I think I'm actually going to Sacrosanct Martyr.
Don't do that.
No?
How much radiant damage are you going to deal to yourself?
Oh, right. You're right. Okay. See, this is why it's good that I play with John. he remembers what these cards all do, whereas I have to read them all. All right, so instead I will Absolution. What do you think? Should I go after the Pouch of Bones?
Yep.
Yeah. Oof, look at all those boosts.
There's no more Vast Followings except at the bottom of the deck, and if we take that out, then Gloomweaver will go down really quick. Actually, and this card is going to take out the Pouch of Bones. Let's vote for that first. And then I think we can choose for me. People are talking about what people are playing on Steam.
Vinox. The last Mobloxian. Every time I see Orbo, the last Satellan, I always think of, what's that huge transformer that's like the planet?
I don't know. Orbo.
Ah, shoot. All right, help me out, chat.
Click the button.
The big transformer that's like a planet. I was actually just talking about this with my kids because they watch the new Transformer show. And I know what it is. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Unicron! Right. Thank you, Evil Dice Monkey.
I guess Legacy had this before, and he can have it again, unless Wraith wants it because she has a million cards, but... Yeah, I'll let Legacy have it.
Right.
He doesn't have anything I super care about. Oh, and Gloomweaver hits Orbo, who must have had the second highest or something. Second lowest. I guess Search of Strength.
Round 3 damage dealt to villain targets. Ra, 58. Legacy, 11. Fanatic, 6. Wraith, 5.
That's right. That's right, Ra.
Well played.
And Ra, you have to count the +1s that Ra gave to others and that Legacy gave to others. Those belong to me.
Okay. Let's just calm down. All right. Do I have... Is Gloomweaver dealing a lot of damage right now?
No.
I guess I could utility belt and then Razor Ordnance and infrared eyepiece.
I am okay with that.
Yeah.
On his flip side, he will start dealing lots and lots of damage. So.
Yeah, I have the throat jab, so I can... But that's the thing, is like he deals damage to everything, including himself.
Mostly to us, though.
It is mostly to us, sure. Am I focusing on Gloomweaver, or is there something else that's a higher priority?
Yeah, I would focus on Gloomweaver.
All right. And then let's see what we've got in store for us.
Son of Blade 95 says, save it for the other side, Jeremy. Not the Profane Zealot.
Yeah, Crimson Pin.
I will take Voodoo Pins all the time. If he just had a deck that was only Voodoo Pins, I would be okay with that. And I think it's Inferno time. Oh, Flame Spike is also... Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Inferno is, like, good, but, like, I don't really care super much about the environment targets.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, if he had a bunch of Zealots or anything out, not Zealots or whatever it is. Well, he's got some pins.
There's Zealots. Yeah. Blazing Tornado is awesome, so...
Yeah.
Shooting Fire. Ra has dealt a big pile of damage this turn.
Yeah, Ra is definitely a damage engine for sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna Undaunted for now. Like, I don't want to get rid of all my cards because I'm still holding out hope that I'll get, like, a Wrathful Retribution. There it is. And then I let myself get hit a bunch and then do what I need to do.
Yeah, you could Divine Focus and, as Luke Dolphin say, and play Prayer of Desperation on your next 2 turns to power it.
Yes, that is a good idea as well.
Do you really want to get hit, or do you want to let him hit just?
Nah, it's fine.
How much do you really want to be hit? Videro. I always say Divero because I don't know. I've been in Europe too long. There you go. You got hit by Erdid.
Yep.
Challenge! There's definitely been some violent feedback about the weekly one-shot this week. I don't know if you saw the post on our forums.
Well, and there was someone, I don't know if it was the same person, but someone tweeted at us as well that they were like, this was not fun.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, but I mean, Citizen Dawn is a difficult villain, so
yeah,
it is definitely not unusual.
It's not unusual to get killed by Citizen Dawn.
And it's also a fact that in almost every case, I've beaten the one-shot on my first try. I don't post games unless I've beaten them on my first try.
There is one notable exception to that.
The ridiculous challenge time.
Yes, and we played that on the stream a few weeks ago.
Exception. There was one other one, I think one with La Capitane, where I didn't beat the first time, but I realized it wasn't that hard. And so I played it again, and beat it. But generally, if I don't beat it on the first try, I consider it too hard. With exceptions, of course.
Yes.
So yeah. All right, Gloomweaver punchy time. It is the time for throat jab. So yes, if you're having trouble with the weekly one-shot, you should... I thought I was supposed to discard a card. What am I getting damage dealt to me too? Whatever. If you're having trouble with it, then check out the forums on Greater Than Games or Steam. Actually, there wasn't a thread on Steam for some reason. People are missing out for some reason. But there are always people discussing it. and giving strategy tips and stuff. So. All right, we have 100 hit points to chew through.
Well, 94.
I say we'll probably win in not the next round, but the round after that. I think we have a lot of damage happening. I think it'll happen. Who's on top?
I would probably do the Sable, but...
I would go for Crimson Pin.
Crimson?
It's less damage.
It is less damage over, that's true.
And it's like, we're not going to destroy one of our cards.
Yeah.
Right? We want our cards. Like, I mean, Rock would destroy one of his, probably, but... yeah, Inferno. I need to have a higher damage score than Jeremy, and this is how I'm going to do it.
I think you've, like, cemented that for sure. Ra is like a damage-dealing machine.
I don't like Venox, he hits us. I don't like Jansa, but she has so many hit points. How are you even going to get through that?
Yeah, with especially if you have someone like Wraith in the game or someone else who can just wantonly destroy environment targets. When you see an environment target with that many hit points, it's like, do I really start chipping away at it or just wait and hope that I'll get something that'll just take it out?
Yeah. Mood Dolphin isn't keeping track of damage per game, but you could go back through the chat history and add it up.
We could indeed do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready for a Wrath or Retribution yet. So the question then is, do I Divine Focus? And then I'll only have...
If you want to catch up in this damage race, you have to play Divine Focus.
Yes.
It'll do like 5 damage every turn. That's going to be more than Wrathful over 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I can prayer with Desperation.
It's just not all in one. It's not just all in one thing. So.
Throwing caution to the wind. Oh,
What?
Yeah, I know. Stop. I know. Back up.
I mean, if you really
I forgot the thing that you literally told me like last round.
That's one way to do it. I would use your base power. Your base power is worth only 1 less damage than using Absolution with Divine Focus. And you get a hit point, which you might need. And you might draw a card you want to use.
Yeah.
Real fan of Fanatic laughs at you. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, yes, yes. Razat.
I like that Orbo is hitting Jansa, and then Jansa heals him for his trouble. Legacy's loving that danger sense. I played that like the first turn. No damage. 5 damage. Haha.
I don't think there's any way I'm going to catch up in the damage dealing department. I'm just saying.
Oh, good. I can let you draw a card. If you're going to catch up, it's via this.
It is, but like you had 58 damage one turn, so I don't think like it's gonna take me like 3 turns just to get to that one turn of yours. Yeah, now you've got another one where you just did 20, 29. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Hey, Ronway's in the chat. We already blew up Ronway. He got in the way of a scorched earth. Do you have another damager? Yeah, you have throwing knives. That does a lot. I guess you're not benefiting from your micro targeting because of immune fire, but
Yeah.
it's +1 instead of +2. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm only dealing 6 damage with my Razor Ordnance.
Ah, the worst.
Should I get rid of that pin and the zombie servant, or?
He heals whenever targets are destroyed.
Yeah.
So I would avoid destroying targets unless you really have to. So like damage them maybe, but like they're gonna get destroyed anyways. Like anything that's 2 or less is gonna get destroyed by VNOx. So don't even bother hitting it. Hit like the Crimson Pin or something.
I'll just hit the highest hit point targets.
Sure. An anagram of Lud Dolphin's username is Dude Lolphin. I like it. Oh, I actually haven't had a Staff of Ra the whole game, and now I have Summon Staff and the Staff of Ra.
An anagram of Jeremy Handle is all the damage.
All right, Ra's only going to be dealing in a single attack 7 damage. It's a pretty low turn for him.
I need you to try and do better next time.
Oh, I'll have Fire Blast next turn.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Discard Wrathful and then say yes. That's what I would do to deal the max damage.
All right, say it again. Say it again.
Discard Wrathful Retribution and say yes and play Prayer of Desperation.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'll do that.
And then you're going to have... I mean, that combo is super well with Sacrosanct Martyr. If you can, like, deal yourself radiant.
Yeah, this is a... Okay, so this is a combo that I had not previously considered, and I like it a lot, actually.
And so now you have enough cards to last you, like, all the way through.
Yeah, interesting.
That's why people said you shouldn't have discarded the other Prayer of Desperation.
Yes, okay. I get it now. Interesting. All right.
And then imagine if we had Captain Cosmic and you had 2 augmented allies.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be doing 15 damage every turn. Sonic Blade says, for shame discarding Wrathful Retribution, but it's doing more damage than Wrathful Retribution overall. So.
Yeah, see, that's a math thing. I like dealing, like, lots of damage in one shot. I like dealing a lot of damage overall, but I especially like dealing a lot of damage in one shot.
Remember when I said we weren't going to finish it that round, but the one after?
Yeah.
We're getting one after the end of the environment turn here. And he's down to 33. I think we can do it. Yeah, Fanatic did 29 damage to villain targets. All right, now, unless Fanatic gets killed, that might happen. These are the chances we take. I knew you have Aegis of Resurrection, though. You won't get killed.
Yep.
He blows up lots more things.
Healing up, killing something, and healing up, killing something, healing up. Strength of the grave.
Whatever. Don't care about that. Fortunately, Legacy can't deal any damage. But I can keep him from playing more cards. Oh, he's not going to be doing that anyways. But just in case, I'll play Takedown.
Fuck. Yeah, well, Holy Nova. And deals 5
Yes,
more
Legacy
damage.
could deal himself damage to get increased in the points. That's true.
Wait a minute now. If I do this, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10.
You'll end the game with Inventory Barrage.
Yep. I just had to do the math real quick. And that, my friends, is the price of freedom.
That was actually exactly 2 rounds since I made my prediction. Excellent.
Indeed. Well played. Good games
Take that,
tonight.
Gloomweaver.
The first one felt a little easy, but this one, despite the fact that we did handily handle Skinwalker Gloomweaver, who you'll be able to hear in the listening party on Friday at 1 p.m., I enjoyed this game quite a bit. Because I learned something new about Fanatic, which I did not previously know. A really good strategy tip, which is... Run through it exactly, because I'm going to screw it up if I try and explain it. So you tell it.
Well, I mean, it really is together with Divine Focus and Prayer of Desperation.
Mm-hmm.
If you have some Prayer of Desperations, especially multiple, but like one is good, like you did that all with one. If you play Divine Focus and discard all your cards except for Prayer of Desperation, you can play Prayer of Desperation on your turn to draw, especially if it's your last card, it lets you draw up to 6, right?
Yeah.
Draw 6 in your hands. And then you have 6 cards, which you then discard to get, discard for Divine Focus again. So if you have damage boosts, that's like ridiculous. Because we had 6 turns, right? So that's 30 damage a round that we had happening there. And if there were, more damage boosts, it goes even up. Or if there's augmented allies, or not augmented ally, but autonomous blade.
Autonomous blade, yeah.
Anything like that just like pumps it up. Or like you could be hitting. I guess you wouldn't be able to hit absolute 0, but like there's other combos that can add on to that combo. But
sure.
It's pretty great to begin with.
Right on. All right, cool. So there it is. 2 more games of Sentinels in the can. I will just remind everybody that if you're the type of person who enjoys the musical stylings of a certain Jean-Marc Giffen, we're doing our next retro listening party this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at twitch.tv/HandleAberGames. We'll be doing Infernal Relics and a little bit extra. So stay tuned to our blog and our Twitter and our Facebook and all that fun stuff tomorrow for more information about exactly what's going to be happening with that. But set your clocks for 1 p.m. Friday Eastern Time. And what else is there to do? Oh, yeah, if you're a Kickstarter backer, go check out your hidden special backer update today to see some more information, which will be coming out by the end of the week. I think we're actually going to probably announce it at the... listening party.
During the listening party.
Party. So, so if you're not a backer, stay tuned on Friday for some fun info. It's coming soon. And I think that about does it for another episode of Sentinels Live. Yep. As you all know, Sentinels of the Multiverse is the only cooperative comic book card game that you should be playing. Thanks as always for joining us. We do this every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and Steam, and always in good old analog cardboard and ink. And you can find more info about the game at sentinelsdigital.com. I'm Jeremy.
I'm John.
And we will see you next week, but not before we see you on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the Retro Listening Party coming soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Good night.